Mallory, we have to say, what a night it was. The Crimsons beat the Tigers last night, 90-58. Certainly a night to remember for Davis Randall.
Yeah, and I'm glad he got his time on the court. I'm also a fellow Manual alum, so I have to say, go Crimsons. But what a remarkable young man there. I'm hoping for healthy days ahead for him, certainly. Weather alerts. As we look ahead to this weekend, we are tracking a flood watch. This is stretching from northern Mississippi through Texas, much of Kentucky, over into West Virginia this weekend. Our ground's very saturated, and on top of that, we're expecting anywhere between about 2 to 5 inches of rainfall. So the Weather Prediction Center does have us under a moderate risk. That's what you're seeing here in the red of excessive rainfall. Another way to look at that is kind of your percentage of seeing flash flooding within so many miles of a point. So for us, technically 40% or higher chance of seeing flash flooding within 25 miles of a point. All in all, anytime you're seeing at least yellows on this map, you really have to pay attention. Max HD radar today, much quieter than yesterday, though these clouds still squeezing out maybe some very fine flurries out there. Do not be alarmed. This can happen when we have gusty winds over these low clouds. You can see far off to our west and northwest, some clearing in Illinois. That will gradually make its way our direction late this afternoon and into the early evening. Hopefully we get just some suns before that sun does set later on this evening. Futurecast here, though, showing those stubborn clouds we've had around all day. Temperatures have been pretty steady. Today is going to be one of those days where we had a midnight high temperature in the upper 30s, right around 40 degrees. Since then, most of Kentuckiana has been hanging out in the upper 20s and low 30s with even colder wind chills. There's that clearing as we head into this evening. Unfortunately, overnight, that means colder temperatures for us as those winds relax. Temperatures will dip down into the teens to around 20 degrees. It's going to be a very cold start to your Valentine's Day. We'll start to get some high clouds in here by lunchtime, but we'll enjoy at least some sunshine throughout the day, and then clouds start to thicken up for the afternoon and evening. We could have a little bit of precipitation popping up by dinner time, but really that better chance for widespread and heavy at time rain. That arrives as we head into very early Saturday morning. This will take us off and on throughout the day on Saturday, so if you are heading out on Saturday, make sure you have that rain gear handy. You can see these yellows and oranges, some banding trying to set up. That's where the heaviest amounts are expected. As I mentioned before, 2 to 5 inches of rainfall. Heaviest amounts likely south of the parkways, lighter amounts off to the north in southern Indiana. And then as some of this moisture lingers and cold air catches up, we could have a light wintry mix Sunday morning with maybe a dusting of snowfall. The bigger impact could be flash freezing and potentially some black ice with any moisture that lingers Sunday night into Monday morning. Otherwise, next week, expect that cold air to linger with highs in the 30s and overnight lows in the teens and 20s.